Good evening. Today's headline: U.S. forces carried out new attacks on Iranian infrastructure, marking the seventh straight day of strikes amid the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. In a report from Reuters, U.S. officials said they targeted bridges, rail lines, power stations, and water treatment plants, critical assets that double as civilian infrastructure. The strikes were aimed at disrupting the country's network and slowing the flow of supplies. While some argue these are legitimate targets, the U.S. also pinpointed similar sites in Gulf countries that host American bases. The Pentagon statement emphasized that these targets serve dual roles, contributing to war operations and civilian life. And the significance of the attacks is clear. Factories, rail lines, and power lines are the lifeblood of any nation's economy and war machine. By straining those systems, the U.S. hopes to create shortages and pressure on Iranian leadership. The seventh-day streak suggests a sustained campaign designed to degrade Iran's military logistics and economic resilience without a full-scale invasion. But there's also political nuance. The U.S. has repeatedly warned that these sites could be used to move weapons or support Iran's military units. That justification fuels the narrative that the strikes are defensive. Yet critics say targeting civilian infrastructure risks international law violations and could inflame civilian populations. In a related development, the U.S. announced a new round of attacks later in the day. This fresh move indicates a strategic escalation, potentially in response to increased Iranian retaliation. The ongoing tension has led to a cycle of strikes and counterstrikes, with each side claiming civilian protection while military necessity drives operations. Day's broader context includes concerns that such strikes could trigger wider regional instability. With many Gulf nations hosting U.S. bases, similar attacks could create safety risks for American forces stationed abroad. They also raise the stakes for global supply chains, as Iranian infrastructure supports critical shipping routes and energy distribution. As the world watches, the fine line between strategic targeting and civilian harm remains at the forefront of this conflict. The 7-day streak of strikes has drawn international attention, with governments urging restraint and encouraging diplomatic dialogue. And that's all for now. We'll keep you updated as the situation develops. Thank you for joining us tonight. Stay safe and stay informed. N